Hi there, my name is Mick Friss. We are here on the campus of Roberts Wesleyan College. I have Mr. Kevin Clifford here with me. He is the new women's basketball head coach. Mr. Clifford, thank you for hanging out with me for a little bit today.
Thanks for having me on the show.
You are welcome. So I heard you like to be called Coach Cliff, so I'll just call you that for now, if that's cool with you.
Yep, that's fine.
Cool. So, since this is your first season here at the school, why don't you just go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself, about your coaching background, about how you arrived here at Roberts, about just kind of you as a person, like, your personality. Just tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm from Queens, New York. I've been teaching, taught for about 10 years. I've been coaching for about 12 years on the women's side, 14 years overall on the college level. I got the job at Buffalo State College as a women's head coach, and I was a teacher there as well. And then this job opened up, and then I applied for it, and I started September 10th. So I love it here, and it's a great place. And but I've been coaching for about 20 years overall.
So what's your favorite thing about coaching?
I think the relationships with the people, the players, the coaching staff. I'm competitive, so obviously the competition. But I do like the teaching part of it, the practices, the fundamentals, and just helping people.
Gotcha. How would you describe like your coaching style? Like obviously, anybody who has been around sports even a decent amount knows that there are different coaching styles. Some people are more intense. They're more, they can get in their players' faces more. Some are more, they take the more indirect approach. Like, how would you describe your approach to your players and just your overall coaching strategy?
I would say high energy, collaborative. We ask our players feedback, our assistant coaches feedback. Obviously, I made the final decision, but it's kind of one team kind of thing. So, but it's high energy, praising, a lot of touches, high fives, low fives, like really, keeping the team together. So, and I would say lead by example. Kind of show them what we expect here at Roberts.
Gotcha. So you've kind of already hit on it. One of the mottos of Roberts is education for character. So how important is it to you that the players are not just only increasing in their basketball skills, but they're growing as players, and not only on the court but off the court? And like, what is it that you would like to instill in your players after having you as their coach?
Well, our president says that you want us to be good neighbors. So we try to teach them to be good neighbors, good people, run the road, thank the bus driver, thank the people, clean up the bus, things like that. So, but I think we try to recruit good character people, and we want them to improve as players, improve academically, improve as people. So we're always teaching them life skills and life lessons and things like that.
Right. So you've had a couple of streaks throughout the season. Every season has their ups and downs, but where you've had some losing streaks that have been significant. So during those times when you hit those bumps, what have you tried to communicate to your players? When you say lead by example, how is it that you've had to, maybe prompt yourself to react to that? Can you speak to that at all?
Great question. We always say basketball's a game of runs and streaks. Obviously, you want more runs for yourself and more streaks for your team, more winning streaks. But I think just kind of being positive even after a loss, which is hard to do.
Right.
Find the things that we did well and kind of learning from those mistakes and how can we get better. And they've really responded to players with a good attitude in terms of like kind of come back in and let's like a new day kind of thing. And I think just working hard and outworking people.
Gotcha.
So that's kind of what we've been trying to teach them. So, and just kind of improving every day and enjoying the process.
Gotcha. Those are good words. That's very good advice. So I want to talk about your players a little bit. So you have two graduating seniors. You have Taylor Bino and you have Morgan Patton. As they move on to the next season of their life, whatever that may be, can you just say a little bit about them, maybe like how you've seen them grow, what you think of them, as players, and something that maybe you would want them to keep with themselves as just kind of like a little memory of having you as a coach for one season?
Yeah, we actually, Savannah Hunter's going to be at senior day.
Okay.
Katie Curtis is our team manager. She's a senior as well.
Okay.
Candace Demers is a senior as well.
Okay.
And Morgan Patton actually is going to have the year back.
Okay.
So she's going to be coming back. And then Taylor Bino, senior.
Okay.
So, but really, Taylor Bino is the heart and soul of the team.
Yeah.
She does a little bit of everything. I was just checking her stats. She averages 10 points a game, 7 rebounds, but she's like the warrior on the team.
I would agree.
It kind of makes those plays where game changing. You
Yeah.
know, she'll make a steal and then she'll lay it up, or she'll get a rebound, or she'll guard the best player in the other team. And,
I would agree.
And she's defended guards. She defended the big girl from LIU Post the other day, a post player, and did a really good job on her. So she's very versatile. And then we got Candace Demers, really great teammate. You know, really sacrificing. You know, she's going to grad school as a senior, a grad senior. So she's taking classes and teaching and student teaching while, you know, trying to practice and travel and stuff like that. Morgan Patton has another year eligibility, but she's, you know, tough and high energy and really, you know, great athlete. And then you got Savannah and then Katie. So Savannah is a great teammate and really good player, and then Katie Curtis is you know, kind of the glue of our team because she does all the stuff behind the scenes. So
like washing jerseys when you get stuck in the city over the weekend, so you
Yes.
can use it for something else.
Yes, washing jerseys, doing stats because you know, during the game, and washing laundry at the hotel, and you know, doing stats first during practice, putting all the basketballs out. So those things are really important. You need people like that. Obviously, you have
agree.
assistant coaches too, but it's good that she does it for us and makes our jobs easier. And then Taylor Bino is a leader. We did talk about her before. She's one of our captains. So this morning I walked by the gym and she was in there shooting. So I think that she's really, you know, bought in, and she's really, you know, putting the work in.
That probably makes your coach's heart happy to see when you go by the gym and you see one of your players in there shooting around.
Yeah, and there's usually a bunch of them, men and female, but it's good when you're seeing your players in there. When you don't see them in there, that's you gotta worry.
Yeah, absolutely. So I want to kind of go the other way. Now you have a freshman. Well, you have more than just one freshman. You have Demetria Gazani, all the way from Athens, Greece. So she traveled a little bit to get here. And then you have Taryn Wilson, who's from not that far away in Honeywell Falls. I know Demetria, she's the tallest one on the team, 6'3". She's only, I think, about 2 inches shorter than you. And she's really trying to, like, you know, find her footing and trying to find her, just her pace and like what her game is. So, and I know I've seen you several times in the gym working with her on that, and I know that she's trying to get better. So, and then Taryn, on the other hand, in my mind, as I've been doing the commentating, she's really been quite the standout freshman. That's, you know, I always say that's one of the hardest times in your life, going from high school to college and making that jump and dealing with, you know, not only the academics but playing a sport. And she just seems like she's made the transition pretty smoothly. And, you know, I could see her kind of in a sense being like a future Taylor Bino, where she ends up making those really clutch plays and really being a player you can go to when, you know, the clock is winding down, you need a play made. So how would you say, obviously these guys are, you know, hopefully going to be back next season. How would you say that you've seen them progress?
I agree. Coach Rosati did a great job of recruiting Demetria and Taryn, and I heard a lot about them, you know, before I got here. Demetria's won 2 Rookie of the Weeks in the ECC, and then Taryn Wilson has been really stepping up. She's been making those plays already this year as a freshman. You know, Taylor Bino makes them, and she's a senior, obviously, but Taryn Wilson's made some big plays this year, big threes. We were down 3 against NYIT, and she made a clutch 3. She made 4 threes this weekend against the best record team in the conference, which is Stack. And then she, you know, against Queens College, she had a great offensive rebound and putback. So those little plays. And Taryn's now guarding one of the better players in the other team, so she's become a really good defender. She almost had a double-double the other night, which would have been her first college career double-double, but we expect her to have more, you know, during her career.
Yeah.
But Taryn and Demetria have been really important. They've been asked to do a lot as a freshman. They're probably playing 25 to 35 minutes. And they're different types of players, obviously. And Demetria's really improved, really come around. You know, I don't know if they came in where they needed to be in terms of conditioning and all that, and learning the college game. It's different, probably from Greece and here. But she's really been, you know, coachable, and they're really great kids. And good thing about our team is we're really good students, you know, really good student athletes. You know, we have a really good high GPA.
Good. Yeah, that's always definitely something to brag about. And I know, again, that's something here at Roberts that they take very seriously, and they want to make sure that that's in place, and that you know, isn't something that stinks, that they put a lot of importance and a lot of value on that. So I know you have 2 sophomores. You have Madison and Mariah. They don't really get a ton of playing time, but what would you say about them? Like, how have you seen them improve? How have you seen them, like, working in practice? Like, what would you say about your sophomore class?
Madison and Mariah, both walk-ons. Madison had a knee injury, and she's been really battling through an ACL, and she's tough. You see her working out, rehabbing, and she tried to come back, and then I think she's doing the rehab now, so she can come back better next year.
Okay.
Really good shooter, really working on her other parts of her game, but can really shoot the ball. And then Mariah's improved probably the most out of the whole team. And really a leader. She speaks up in the locker room, and usually those people, they just kind of come, they're kind of on the ride, so to speak. But she's there, and she's part of it, and she's improving. And we asked her to do a lot in practice, and it's tough. We don't have a lot of subs in practice and things like that. So Mariah and Madison are really valuable to our team.
Very nice. Then you have your junior class, where this is quite a bunch that you got going on here. You got Tashayla Sartorius, you got Emily Miller, you have Seiso Nady, and you have Jessie Clark. And I have to say, you have two people that are from, one is from the other side of the world, from Australia, Jessie Clark. I keep calling her Jessie Clark, Jessie Cook, and then Seiso Nady all the way from Egypt. So I have been watching these guys play since they have been freshmen, and it's just been absolutely, it's been fun. I come to the games and I'm excited to see what's going to happen. I know that Emily Miller and Seiso Nady in particular, they've been living together since they've been freshmen, and so they're kind of at a point where they know each other like the back of their hand. And I've said many times to them, when I've interviewed them after the games, it just kind of always seems with some of the plays that you guys make, you just kind of intuitively know where the other person is going on the court. And it translates into them making some pretty incredible plays. So what would you say about your junior class?
They're great teammates. Seiso and Emily, I agree. They when plays break down, they know where each other are, and transition. Seiso's looking for Emily and vice versa. So it's good to have that team chemistry. But Emily's leading the league in scoring. She's second in rebounding in the ECC. I think she's averaging 18 points a game and 10 rebounds. Seiso Nady is a tough player. Has kind of played hurt all year, and she's really a tough kid. And really good player. And then you got Jessie and Shayla. Jessie, I don't think she played a lot the previous years, but I think she's really worked on her game, and she's really contributed this year. Good shooter, good playmaker, smart player, really good teammate, always positive after wins and losses, and you need that in the locker room. And then Shayla has been really good. She's really stepped up her game from what I've heard in terms of her scoring and playing, and she can play inside out, she can bring the ball up, she can play multiple positions. She's been making big plays for us. She made a big shot the other night against LIU Post, I believe, at the foul line, and then she just against the UGC, Seiso didn't play a lot, and Shayla stepped up and how to bring the ball up with her and Jessie, and they really did a good job against them on the road. So, and Shayla is always the one, talking to recruits and saying hello, and just being a great teammate, encouraging people. They all do it. Jessie, Emily, Seiso, when recruits come and parents and people like that, they really make people feel welcomed.
Nice. That's so good to hear.
And Emily Miller is actually 39th in scoring in the nation. So that's a tremendous.
Not too shabby.
Yeah, that's a tremendous feat, and she's nominated for a lot of awards, which
and
is
she's
good.
Only a junior. She has another year to go.
Yeah, that's our core, and then Morgan Patton will have the extra year.
Very nice.
So that's good too.
Gotcha.
So we'll have 5 juniors that will be seniors next year.
Okay, it's a lot to look forward to.
Yes.
It's always tradition here on these coaches shows that I have to ask you a couple trivia questions before I can let you go. Are you up for that?
I'm up for it.
Okay, good. You said you're competitive before, so I thought you'd
I wish I knew. I would have researched.
It's okay.
I asked trivia questions before my class.
Do you
on Tuesdays
really?
and Thursdays, yeah.
Well, I have to tell you, hopefully this will alleviate some of the anxiety. There's absolutely no punishment for getting any of these wrong. So I think you'll be okay. So, do you have any idea what the record was for, and you might have seen it before when I had my paper down, of the team the year before you came on?
20-10.
Okay, got it. Yes, you got one right.
Bob Seagabe asked me that in the interview, so I know.
Did he really?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh. What was the name of the coach who was here before you?
Gary Andrews.
2 for 2. See, you're good. Do you know which state he relocated to after he left his
Indiana.
job? I should have done more than this. Who is the team that the Redhawks lost to last spring in last season's ECC?
St. Thomas Aquinas.
Oh my God. Okay.
4 for 4.
This one, I'm starting to feel like I didn't do my job. Now, if you get this one wrong, this is like really, 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 really bad. You can't get this one wrong. If somebody were to approach you and ask you to do a particular dance that has steps to it with them at the school pep rally, which one would you pick?
Cupid Shuffle.
That is correct.
5 for 5.
That is
5
correct.
for
5 for 5. That is all we have for today. Kevin Clifford, the new women's basketball head coach here at Roberts Wesleyan College. Thank you for hanging out with me again. This has been a really good interview.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Stay tuned for our next Coach's Corner with the men's basketball team.